All right. Yeah, I just want to do this video. I was complaining before about Mortal Kombat 1 that the cameo assist like almost never came out during combos, and I noticed something that I was doing wrong. I was just tapping it fast because like when you play Street Fighter, you kind of have to like tap it fast and then already be at the next move that you're gonna do like pretty quick. So I kind of assumed that Mortal Kombat was like exactly like Street Fighter, and I guess that was wrong for me to do that. But the one thing that helped me land way more damaging combos now that I switched to Serena, which for me, even though I lose um, the ability to transform into Senso in a way, I guess, which kind of sucks. But I feel like I was never being able to use that anyway. I mean, I don't know. I think I might switch back to Frost just for the fact that I can consistently have that available. But the reason I like Serena a little bit better is that I'm getting way more damage per combo, even though I still think as a fan it should be nerfed. You know what I'm saying? You should not be able to do it twice per combo. A lot of times they um what do you call it, combo break anyway. But the thing that I was gonna say is that you gotta hold the cameo direction. Like if it's just neutral cameo, just hold cameo button. But when it's like one of those like forward, down, or any other direction, I don't know what other directions they use. While you're doing a combo, just hold forward cameo. Hold it. What I was doing before was just tapping it, and that's why I would randomly get like neutral cameo or forward cameo, mixed in there, and it would really like get me to the point where I didn't really like the whole system entirely. But now that I'm like literally 99, damn near 100% of the time consistently landing the combo, the only thing I don't like is that the block button. I can't change the pad. The PlayStation 5 pad, like there's a new, ever since PlayStation 4, there's a pad in the center of the controller at the top, that you could use as a button for whatever reason, but it doesn't let you program any of the control functions for Mortal Kombat 1 to that button or to L2 or R2. Like, when you press in L2 or R2, for whatever reason, you can't map that to a button. I think you can do it in Street Fighter 6. I'm not 100% certain about that. I'm pretty sure you can program the touchpad at the very least. But, the reason I say that is because I would consistently land that enhanced projectile drop that Kenshi does down back 2. And the thing about that is when you do 2-1-2 into enhanced, down back 2, you can actually combo his fatal blow after that. And the beautiful thing about that is that he gets so much damage off of forward 2-2, back cameo. Forward 2-2, back cameo. Then 2-1-2, 2-1, I think you have to stop at 2-1 before the 2. You have to just do 2-1 at the end of it, then down back enhanced down back enhanced 2, down back 2 enhanced, which is a overhead projectile. It ground bounces on enhanced. Even though the one thing I would change, down back 2 close range, which is down back 2 back. After you activate the down back 2, you have to hold back to do a close range projectile. I would at the very least make that safe on block and push the opponent far enough away that they can act first, but they cannot grab you. At the very least, I think it should be safe on block, only the close range one, because I just don't see any other purpose for it. And like ever since I switched to Serena, I'm starting to like Mortal Kombat way more. But there's still a few characters that I think, Cage, for example, is like Cage and Sub-Zero, for me, are probably the best characters in the game. Just for the fact that even without cameo, they're doing a ridiculous amount of damage and combo continuation. Like when they start a combo, they don't stop. I'm talking about without a cameo. When they do have a cameo, it's torture. It's torture waiting for them to finish the combo because the combo is like a 30-hit combo every time. It's insanity. The only way I could do that with Kenshi, well, obviously you can kind of do it with the Senso assist, but you know, now that I'm using Serena, I almost never get to use the Senso assist anyway. But I prefer it that way because, you know, for one, I beg the Mortal Kombat developers, even though I've been talking a lot of shit, but for good reason, especially about the visuals of the game. Seeing the characters' projectiles, and how they look on the screen is everything. And I do think that Japanese fighting game developers are better at making visuals, the character visuals stand out from the background way more than, you know, American developers. And I love, like, there's a lot of things I do love about Mortal Kombat. There's way more options in Mortal Kombat. It may not be as complex as Tekken, but there's still options there. You know what I'm saying? And in comparison to Street Fighter, like Street Fighter, it's extremely difficult. It becomes like, unfortunately, I feel like in Street Fighter, a big problem is that I think they should lower the damage of what jab combos lead into. There should be big, especially drive impact and jab combos or crouching light kick combos. Any combos that starts off a crouching light kick or a standing jab or a crouching jab or a drive impact start, they have to drastically nerf the damage of that. I mean, it's insanity. It's insanity. And those wall bounce combos, like when they bounce you off the wall and get a free combo, those have to be drastically nerfed. I think if they did that, it would not be so annoying to play Street Fighter 6, because right now, there's literally a handful of guys, me probably being the only true fan out of all of them. But like I said, if Mortal Kombat developers can work on their visuals, making the characters stand out from the background more, making the projectiles, like, let's say, for example, if I'm on like a stage that has a white background in Mortal Kombat, and I'm fighting, like, let's say, for example, a Sub-Zero or a Reptile that has a real bright projectile, or a Baraka, it's extremely difficult to see that projectile where it is on the screen. You know, I know, like, players that are, like, hating on my talent or whatever, like, yo, let me write that down and I'm gonna do that if I play them in a tournament. Like, dude, I know what to look for, dog. I'm not an idiot. I know they did a projectile, even though I might not see exactly where it is, especially on a white background. But, like, that's what I mean. As a developer, they should go, okay, this stage is a white background. Reptile's projectile is going to be black. Only for this particular moment. Only on this background is Reptile's projectile black. Only on this background is, you know, Thunder God, you know, all black. You know what I'm saying? These are necessary changes. Don't get me wrong. In Street Fighter, they have that as well. There's fake fans that try to move up in the ranking leaderboards in Street Fighter 6 as well, that use like an all-white Chun-Li or what other character do they try to all-white Ryu. So like it makes it extremely difficult to know when he's extending his arms and throwing a lightning fast projectile at you. There's players that are doing that. I've been wiping my ass with them recently, because I switched to my original main, which has always been Ryu and Ken. You don't want me picking, you know, I'm honestly doing a little bit better. I wish Street Fighter 6 developers would add one more hit to Ken's EX uppercut. In fact, I think they should add multiple hits to every character's enhanced special move. In my opinion, even the regular ones. That way players don't just rely on a drive impact to try to win. Like when they see that players are breaking their drive impact with these multi-hitting special moves, you get what I'm saying? Or like projectile, like even a regular projectile just breaks it all together. You know, like every character's special move should break drive impact. I mean, it's called a special move for a reason. But it doesn't seem that special when you have someone just waiting there to do drive impact over and over again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, I might switch back to Frost because it allows me to. I might not necessarily get as much damage as I'm getting right now with Serena Assist, even though I do think it should still be nerfed. This is how much of a fan I am that even though I'm winning way more right now, I'm still telling you to nerf it. Because it deserves to be nerfed. You get what I'm saying? because I think it's ridiculous to throw 4 daggers at your opponent twice in one combo is insane. Because I did the combo offline, landing the fatal blow maximum after the 2-1 enhanced down back 2, and it literally takes like 100% of their bar. I don't know, I might be wrong, maybe I'm reading it wrong. But like I think this combo does like well over 50% of their health. I mean, it should, because the combo is like kind of difficult to do, and it requires basically all your meter, all your cameo meter, and all your fatal blow meter. But I still think it's like it's fun for me now because I'm finally getting wins with Kenshi without the Sento assist. But I know now if I switch back to Frost and I hold the forward cameo, which is the big mistake I was doing, I wasn't holding forward cameo. I was just pressing forward cameo, and it would kind of inconsistently come out, and it was getting me upset because I know where I am as a fan, and I saw that from all the tutorials that I saw for not only Kenshi, but like Mortal Kombat 1 in general, no one ever mentioned hold down the cameo direction or the cameo button if it's a neutral cameo attack. You know what I'm saying? You either hold it down or hold it down with the direction. No one ever explained that online. So like I know no one really watches my channel, but they should, because I'm giving real knowledge of real situations that really matter. Like in Street Fighter 6, for example, like a lot of people think it's a jab and grab, but what I explain is like if they're trying to go for a jab and grab, you can walk out of range of that. You could walk back. And if you see if your character's not walking back, guess what? You're in a frame trap, and you should prepare to break out of the grab. Unless it's like a character like, let's say, for example, Zangief, where a lot of times you could beat their command grab with a regular grab. You know what I'm saying? Or like if you're in a frame trap, you basically, like against Zangief, I recommend just jumping back or backdash. If I don't recommend doing backdash online, because the reason I say backdash in Street Fighter, for whatever reason, backdash has throw invincibility, which means you cannot grab your opponent. You can still strike them. So like let's say you're in the corner against a Zangief player, and he tries to go for a command grab, EX command grab, and you backdash, he'll miss the command grab altogether, and he'll be available, like he'll be you could counter him with a full combo. And if you have a level 3, that's like basically 50% of his health right there for making one good read. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, like a lot of people go, "Oh, Street Fighter's just a jab and grab." It really isn't though. Cuz like if let's say if they jab you, right? You can counter them with before they could do a second jab. Like there's a lot of things that beat that second jab that are coming out. Like if I have an enhanced uppercut with Ken, I go right through it. And guess what? That's gonna stop him from doing that again. Okay, now if he doesn't stop, he's just a stupid player, and I'm gonna keep countering him. Because like as unbeatable as that strategy seems offline, that strategy is not that good. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, there is a formula to winning in Street Fighter, and that like I just learned from playing so much high level Street Fighter ever since, you know, Hyper Fighting first came out. Even though I was playing it online on like they had like these Flash websites with like Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't know who the hell developed it. It was kind of whack trying to play Marvel vs. Capcom on a keyboard, because they were wiping their ass with me because I just could not play Marvel vs. Capcom on a keyboard. But it was like still kind of dope to see that there was like a fan base like even back then. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I heard that people were playing it like on online against each other, like even back like when like, you know, the internet was first coming out and getting popular, I was like, word? I was like, yo, I love that game. Like, what do you mean? People are actually playing against each other online? Like I could be here in my house and I could play someone else in their house. That's incredible. You know what I'm saying? And like when I first heard about GGPO, which I think is developed by Damdai, he's a genius apparently at computer networking. And he's like really the best American player, I think, you know, besides like me. I still think I'm better though, but like I said, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, like, I hope you guys don't go, oh, the developers don't go, oh, we're not changing shit that he says because he's trying to make our game look bad. No, you're trying to make your game look bad. You make your game look bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure out of love taking the time out to point out the flaws in your game because I know what the true fans want and I know what most fans want. And I know that like if it's getting to me to the point where I'm complaining, imagine what a new fan is doing. When a new fan gets hit by a combo that lasts like 20, 10, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, it seems like, you know, they don't feel like playing anymore. They're probably going to even give up and quit. Or maybe try to imitate that guy's entire style and try to get better. You know I did. You know what I'm saying? But like I rarely ever ran into a guy that I felt I could not crack and beat and figure out. Like especially in Street Fighter. That's why I messaged Justin Wong and I told him you might be the king of Marvel vs. Capcom, and I do give you that. I give you your props. I know you're the king of Marvel vs. Capcom. You're the greatest, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom player of all time. But when it comes to Street Fighter, I know for a fact you can't beat me. I told him straight up like that. I said I want to play you on a regular in Street Fighter. I told him I want to play him on a regular in Marvel vs. Capcom, even though I know he's probably gonna wipe his ass with me. But like I know it's still gonna be fun. But I would rather play Marvel vs. Capcom 3 than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Justin Wong. You know what I'm saying? I know he's the greatest Marvel vs. Capcom player of all time, and I know he's one of the best Street Fighter players of all time. And when I say the best Street Fighter player of all time, I mean that he actually plays the game the way the game should be played. I'm not talking about some of these new guys that think they're dope, but actually are not dope. And I'll leave it at that. I'm talking about real dope. I'm talking about a dude that really knows how to win dope. You know what I'm saying? Which is what I am. A guy that really knows how to win dope. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I have a lot of respect for what he does and a lot of other high-level, you know, tournament players that have been winning for a long time. And I know there's a lot of new guys that are talented. I still think Idon is the best out of all the new guys, and I'm not going to change my mind about that, but I know I'll still wipe my ass with him for sure. You know what I'm saying? For sure. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've already done that. You know what I'm saying? And I know I've done that more to him than he's done it to me. If that's his, what character is he playing now? Manon or whatever. The broken bitch that should be patched and fixed. But like I said, if you're struggling with these big cameo combos, it's most certainly because you're not holding the cameo button down or the direction with the cameo button, and that's all I gotta say about it. That's the only reason I wanted to make this video. I'm not gonna try to play people online. I've been wiping my ass with like 90% of the people I played. You know, I did lose to one Cage, even though I don't think I should have. He did a double shadow kick on me. That's one thing they should change. Cage does a thing where he like starts kind of looking into the crowd and they start cheering for him. And then suddenly he could do multiple shadow kicks back to back? What the hell is that? You gotta patch that and take that out. The character's already too good as it is. That was the reason I lost, because he missed a shadow kick and I went for the counter and a second shadow kick came. I would have won the match. And it broke my heart to lose like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is like, I love fighting games, dog. I've always been a fanatic for fighting games. In fact, it's like literally the only games that I played. The only games I play, man. You know, until they bring back NBA Street Volume 2, Volume 3, even though I did think the graphics for Volume 3 were way better. We're all waiting for that NBA Street Volume 4, which should be NBA Street Volume 3 with the cinematic game breaker from Volume 2. You know what I'm saying? Because the graphics were way better in Part 2. You got to bring back Cucumber Slice, because his sound effects in the background talking shit is hilarious. You got to bring him back. If you do not bring him back, I'm going to be very upset with EA Sports. And I'm tired of EA Sports only making a Madden game every year. You know, we want that Road Rash. What's up with Road Rash? The best racing game of all time. Why is there not a new Road Rash coming out? Why is there not a new NBA Street? Why is there not a new Fight Night? Actually, they did say there's going to be a new Fight Night. And I'm going to be on that religiously. I'm letting you guys know. If you think I only play Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken, you're out of your mind. Because I do play that Fight Night, and I'm unstoppable in Fight Night too. Don't think it's just Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. I do play that Fight Night too. I'm unbeatable in Fight Night too. I'm unbeatable in that Fight Night. Don't think I'm not. And I'm going to start playing that WWE 2K on 24 real soon. Not because it's free this month. I've been had it for a few months now. I haven't even opened it because I've been playing so much Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. You know, I'm like obsessed with Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Tekken because I love it that much. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I'm obsessed, but I just love it that much. I love it more than pussy. I swear to God I do. I love fighting games so much, I love it more than pussy. I'm not even going to lie. I love fighting games more than I love pussy. You know what I'm saying? And the room doesn't smell nearly as much after playing some fighting games. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end it right there. I'm gonna end it right there. If she a carnivore, her pussy smells. I don't care what anyone says. If she's a carnivore, her pussy smells like trash. I don't care how cute she is. She's not doing me no favors. Yeah, I talk shit. Yeah, I talk shit. That's what I do. But is it really talking shit or talking the truth, though? I'm done, man. I love fighting games. Developers, I appreciate how hard you guys really work to make this a reality for us, but I don't appreciate the fact that you don't understand that you're getting so much money from the fans. You're getting, like, I do the math. I see that you guys do sell 2 million copies, 10 million copies. 10 million times 7? $70? You're making 70 mil? And you guys won't update some of the real shit that I'm talking about? I say this out of love, dog. I know it takes time to update a game. And I did notice after the Chaos Reigns update, I did notice that the character models do seem to be a little bit bigger than before. Especially from when I first played the demo. So I feel like you guys have kind of been listening to some of the stuff I have been complaining about. And I really do appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Sub-Zero still needs his ice clone removed. I would take away that bullshit cage thing that he could enhance, do 2-3 shadow kicks in one special move. He's already too good. I feel like that combo that he does the overhead at the very end should be unsafe on block. I feel like it's way too hard to counter. It should be way more recovery time after that. I think the fact that he does the overhead by itself is being unsafe on block is completely ridiculous. The same thing for Zangief. The same thing for Zangief in Street Fighter 6. I think it's completely ridiculous that he goes for overhead and it's unsafe on block. I do think that he should lose his turn, but I do not agree that he's unsafe on block. Not always, but sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't agree with him, you know, being able to do overhead and then go into drive impact when you try to get your turn back, which is completely ridiculous to me. So I'm gonna leave the video there. I'm going to be playing more Mortal Kombat. No one's playing Street Fighter 6 anymore except for like one Terry player that I keep wiping my ass with, even though he did win one match against me today and then he ran off and ran away with his win because he knew he could not do it again. So it's nothing new in my world. A lot of players, they know all about me. They see my name, and then if they get one win, they run away, and they run away with the win. Like, they don't give me a second match. So like, I'm kind of actually flattered by the fact that they ran away with the win because they felt they couldn't do it again. So I know Justin Wong feels the same way I do about it. You got to give him a 2 out of 3. If you're really dope, you do it 2 out of 3 and rub it in their face and go, no, this is no fluke that I won. I really can do it a second time. I can do it again. That's how you know you're dope, is when you show your opponent, I'm not doing it 1 time. I'm doing it 2 out of 3. I'm doing it 3 out of 5 to let you know this is no fluke. This is like my life. This is like I want to make my career playing fighting games type shit. Like, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love competing. I want the #1 spot on the leaderboards. I want it. I want that #1 spot. I'm not playing about that. Every time I start breaking the top 100 players, you know, they reset the leaderboards and I got to start all over again and it breaks my heart. So like, stop doing it. Capcom, stop doing that. You did that to me in Third Strike. You did that to me in HD Remix. I mean, how many times are you going to do that to me?